What if Christopher Nolan is about to create the greatest mythology movie ever made? The first trailer for the Odyssey just dropped, and people are already calling it Nolan's most ambitious film after Oppenheimer. But hidden inside this trailer are terrifying clues, secret mythology references, giant monster teases, and details that almost nobody noticed. And trust me, the final few seconds of this trailer might reveal the darkest Nolan movie we've ever seen. So today, we're breaking down everything hidden inside the Odyssey trailer. Welcome back, everyone. If you love movie breakdowns, hidden details, and crazy fan theories, make sure to subscribe because we cover the biggest Hollywood trailers every single day. Now let's dive into Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, because this movie already looks absolutely insane. The very first thing you notice about this trailer is the tone. This doesn't feel like a normal mythology movie. It feels dark, cold, and almost terrifying. Nolan isn't making a fantasy adventure. He's turning the Odyssey into a survival thriller. And honestly, that might be the perfect decision. For people who don't know, the Odyssey is one of the oldest and most famous stories ever written. It follows Odysseus, a warrior trying to return home after the Trojan War. But his journey becomes a nightmare filled with storms, monsters, curses, and psychological torture. And judging from the trailer, Nolan is focusing heavily on fear and isolation. One of the smartest things Nolan seems to be doing is treating the ocean like an actual enemy. Almost every scene in the trailer feels chaotic. Huge waves, dark skies, burning ships, screaming soldiers. The ocean never feels peaceful, and this is actually accurate to Greek mythology. In the original story, the sea god Poseidon curses Odysseus and prevents him from returning home. That means every storm we see in this trailer may actually represent divine punishment. And there's one shot where lightning strikes directly behind Odysseus's ship. That could be Nolan visually showing the wrath of the gods, which honestly looks incredible. Now let's talk about the moment everyone is discussing online. Near the end of the trailer, there's a blink and you miss it shot of a gigantic shadow moving beneath the water. At first, it just looks like a wave. But when you slow it down, you can clearly see movement. And fans already believe this could be Nolan teasing Scylla, one of the deadliest monsters in Greek mythology. Scylla was a giant sea creature that attacked sailors from the darkness. And if this theory is true, Nolan may actually be adding horror elements into the movie. But that's not the only creature teased. There's also a quick shot showing what appears to be a giant cave surrounded by bones and fire. Many people think this is the Cyclops cave, which means we may eventually see Polyphemus, the terrifying one-eyed giant from the original story. And imagine how insane that scene could look in IMAX. The more you watch this trailer, the more it feels like this story was made for Christopher Nolan. Think about it. Nolan's movies are always about survival, time, fear, obsession, isolation, and the human mind. And the Odyssey contains all of those themes. Odysseus spends years trapped in psychological torment while desperately trying to return home. That sounds exactly like the kind of character Nolan loves to explore. In fact, this movie already feels like a combination of Interstellar, Dunkirk, and Gladiator all mixed together. Massive scale, emotional storytelling, and terrifying tension. Another reason this trailer is exploding online is the visuals. Every single shot looks massive. The ships feel real. The storms look practical. The lighting feels natural. And according to reports, Nolan is once again using large format IMAX cameras, which means many scenes were probably filmed practically instead of relying completely on CGI. And honestly, that's exactly why Nolan movies feel different from most Hollywood blockbusters today. Everything feels real, heavy, dangerous, Even simple scenes in this trailer feel unbelievably cinematic. Now here's a theory that could completely change this movie. What if Nolan is secretly turning the Odyssey into a psychological descent into madness? Notice how many shots show Odysseus completely alone. The trailer constantly focuses on silence, darkness, and fear. Some fans believe Nolan may blur the line between reality and hallucination, meaning some monsters might not just be physical creatures. They could represent Odysseus slowly losing his mind after years at sea. And honestly, that sounds exactly like something Christopher Nolan would do. After Oppenheimer, expectations for Nolan were already impossible to match. But somehow, the Odyssey already looks like one of the biggest cinematic events of this decade. This trailer has terrifying visuals, mythology, survival horror, emotional storytelling, and insane IMAX scale. And if Nolan truly delivers on all these ideas, this could become one of the greatest mythology movies ever made. But now, I want to hear your theories. What hidden details did you notice in the Odyssey trailer? And do you think this could become Nolan's next masterpiece? Comment below and subscribe for more trailer breakdowns, movie theories, and hidden details.